The following movie is rated R.
That's what them niggas saying when I roll up. Window down and they see the heat coming out. Damn. This the sound of your mama when the slugs coming through the window, ripping up a whole motherfucking house. That's your kids crying over your casket. Now they gotta go through like being the best. Goddamn. Niggas know that I've been bout action. I ain't just rapping, we can get shit cracking. Run up on me, you can get it for free. Run up on me, you can get it for free. 3 shots for you and him, and guess what? It's all on me.
Good, Minnesota. You know I have to come back for this one. Hometown too. I reside in the city with a twin, where the winter never ends and we hustle when it's cold outside. But when that summertime hit, they be bumping my you hear it when you go outside. I be rapping for that north side, I be rocking with that south side, I be rocking with that east side, I be rocking with that west side. It's Minnesota till I die. It's Minnesota till I die.
Till I die.
Man, we rolling, all the windows open, cruising through the city, I'm so caught up in the moment. 801 in Irvin, I was brought up in the low end. Hometown hero, kinda feel like I was chosen. I'm so focused through concrete that grew a rose in. I heard you wanna try and I'm just wishing and I'm hoping that ain't what you want. I got some sharks up in the hood that eat you fish for lunch. Why you yelling out my side? We ain't seen you once. I used to shop at 7 Mile off of Broadway. Now I'm walking through my closet like a hallway. NFL all day, man, we like an army. They order to kill if you ever try to harm me. Quarterback my team, taking snaps, call me Dante. Throw it on the moss, got me feeling like a boss. Woo! The city is mine, I feel like hoes. Back in 94, take a seat and watch me grow. In the city with a twin, where the winter never ends and we hustle when it's cold outside. But when that summertime hit, they be bumping my you hear it when you go outside. I be rapping for that north side, I be rocking with that south side, I be rocking with that east side, I be rocking with that west side. It's Minnesota till I die. It's Minnesota till I die.
Minnesota till I die.
Lake Street, South Side, holla at my die. Holla at the homie break to get you straight like 6 o'clock. Hit the pole, holla at my tech. Holla at the homie Rob, they get nothing but respect. That's that Selby. You can't tell me. I've been seen with plenty women that you rarely get. I ain't bragging, y'all probably see me in action. These niggas acting tough, they remind me up to acting. I'm rolling through the city without a care in the world. You here with me when you could be anywhere in the world. This is Minneapolis, not Minneapolis. Home of the prince, take a ride through his palace. Home of the mint, condition these rubber outlets. Now they say you're nervous, about to represent his town next. Quit asking if it's black people here before I drop you in the hood and leave you there. It's my hometown. In the city with a twin, where the winter never ends and we hustle when it's cold outside. But when that summertime hit, they be bumping my you hear it when you go outside. I be rapping for that north side, I be rocking with that south side, I be rocking with that east side, I be rocking with that west side. It's Minnesota till I die.
till I die.
First of all, it's freezing cold out here. All you see is snow. So, brothers, grab your lotion because you will be lotso ashy, as we call it. Women, don't worry about shaving. Don't worry about this. Is that weather where you just go, forget it, and you just throw it on. You make hair. It don't matter. You just. It ain't time to be cute. This is not cute weather, boo. So don't wear your legs out. Put on some pants. Now, don't wear heels because you're gonna be sliding around like this here in the snow, and it ain't gonna look good. So you want to maintain, especially down here in Bernier, where you're gonna get 6 to 10 inches of snow. That is a lot of snow. Like that, even Kirby Garnett would be up to here in snow. So you want to make sure that you grab a jacket because it will be cold outside. And furthermore, when we get down to here, there's more snowfall up here. I'm supposed to be flying through here, but my black behind is going to be driving. It's 36. 36 is called black freezing. That's when we do not come outside. Black people call in sick to work. 26 degrees. White people going to be jogging. We know this. It's going to be crazy. They're going, oh, this is great weather. Oh, the snow, the rain. I love it. I don't even have to bring my Gatorade. I just grab a cup and drink all the way. And 38 degrees today is going to be the high. And stay your behind home under the covers. Thank you very much.
The way things are going, sometime in the next few weeks, Minneapolis will do something it's never done before.
There's now appears to be little doubt that this will be the most murderous year in the city's history. Ironically, this comes at a time when New York, of all places, is seeing a decrease in the number of murders. But here in Minneapolis, another young man died on the streets today, the 58th murder victim of the year.
The ambulance with Officer Tim Jones inside sped to Ramsey Medical Center shortly after Jones was shot in a wooded area near Mounds Park School. Quickly, scores of heavily armed officers moved into the area. A trail of blood led police to believe the gunman had fled into the wooded area. Despite the use of a State Patrol helicopter with a heat-sensing device, the tense minutes turned into hours with no one seeing the gunman. Officers, fearing the gunman may have holed up in a house near the wooded area, went door to door, making sure the gunman wasn't there.
Rewind to spring 2006. Rival gangs in Minneapolis collide, and Christopher Lynch, who was affiliated with the Trey Crips, was shot about a dozen times.
There may have been nothing random about the murder Monday morning on Nicollet Avenue. Homicide detectives were already familiar with the man found slumped over in the car, shot to death. Only 23, Ali Ishmael had made his share of enemies. He'd broken the code of silence.
First, the heroin drug trade takes a hit in Minnesota. Today, federal, state law, and local law enforcement announced that they busted a major drug ring here.
It was run by a group known on the street as The Crew. The drug operation was based in North Minneapolis, but officials say that its customers came from the suburbs to the city to get a fix.
A federal grand jury has indicted 7 members of 2 gangs on charges that they conspired to distribute cocaine in the Twin Cities and Duluth. The U.S. Attorney's Office says the defendants include leaders and members of the Taliban gang and the Young and Thuggin gang. According to court documents, the gang members frequently travel to St. Cloud, Duluth, and Fargo to sell crack cocaine, and officials say they've got lengthy records.
Developing overnight, more violence to tell you about in North Minneapolis. Police say that 3 people were shot at the intersection of 36th and Fremont Avenues.
This comes just hours after Minneapolis' chief of police again pleaded with people to put their guns down and stop the violence.
He done sprayed them, maced them, tased them. He just pulled up on us, jumped out the car and maced him. Get on your ass. He laying down, he steady macing him, got the tase out and shit. Ain't done nothing. We ain't done a damn thing.
Do you believe that dreams can't come true? I've been dreaming of a mansion in a coupe. Hold my drink for ransom, if it move I shoot. I call myself like nigga, hurry with the loot. At this point all I gotta change, man, I really gotta change that. It's been fuck the world, but damn homie, she ain't even came yet. It feel like I'm stuck at Decatur and I ain't on the plane yet. Like I'm sitting at the end of the bench and I ain't in the game yet. I swear I'm ready, I'ma kill it like Freddy with machete, put me in it. Watch me go ball out, watch me go and ball out. Going by the mall out, boy I run the town, I can bring City Hall out. Flow translucent, got my girl a new but it look like a cruise ship. Mama get a new house, everything exclusive. I because it's music, other neighbors racist, they gon' have to move out. You know I be on it, I ain't wait, I snatch my moment. Shit, I walk across the stage like I own it. Watch them grill like phonies. And I usually rap more conscious, but this been stuck on my conscience. Fuck the money, pay me homage, nigga. $1,000,000, I'ma spend it on whatever. Cause I remember struggling and being broke forever. I done seen a whole lot of money come and go. So once we really get it, I'ma start. Oh, and you can tell me shit. 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 We live, we pray, we sing. And now I'm in the club every weekend. So now I gotta stop this sequence. I gotta fight all these demons. We live, we pray, we sing. And now I'm in the club every weekend. Somehow I gotta stop this sequence. I gotta fight all these demons. But I'm on the tape for the money, my nigga. If you say down, you do not have to worry. I swear, not one of my niggas. I'm run on you niggas. I'm stunting on niggas. No love for you niggas. I'm buzzing, I'm flooding the city. Get so much love for my city. Everywhere I go, I put on for my city. It's only beginning. Know some niggas where I'm from. If you on there, go and take it all out your pocket. Then to dispose of your body, though. Oh, I like I'm not speaking Islamic. You can feel the type of way like my nigga Rich on me. Just tell the way you let a nigga get money. Watch who you call friends when they come to get it in. See the nigga kill his dog, they gon' make a fit coin. First million, I'ma spend it on whatever. Cause I remember struggling and being broke forever. I done seen a whole lot of money come and go. So once we really get it, I'ma start. Oh, and you can tell me shit. 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 When I make my first million, I'ma spend it on whatever. Cause I remember struggling and being broke forever. I done seen a whole lot of money come and go. So once we really get it, I'ma start. Oh, and you can tell me shit. You can tell me shit. You can tell me shit.
In the early 1900s, Minnesota first attracted national attention when Thug and Mayor Doc Ames was exposed by Lincoln Steffens in the book titled Shame on the Cities. Steffens revealed the Minneapolis Police Department recruited felons to shake down the Minneapolis underworld on the mayor's behalf. Also in the early 1900s, the Jewish community produced Isidore Blumenfeld, aka Kid Can, who went on to become Minnesota's most notorious criminal in state's history, with some believing that he rivaled Chicago's own Al Capone. Born in Romania, Can had ties into the Chicago's crime outfit, the Genovese family. But Can wasn't the only Minnesota gangster. Deuce Casper, along with over 1,000 other thugs, roamed the Twin Cities streets causing mayhem and putting fear into TC residents. Minnesota became one of the biggest suppliers of bootleg liquor, brothels, gambling, racketeering, and corruption. I mean, it was a perfect city to do so. It's small and so far north and so cold, who cares?
The great thing about St. Paul is it was literally a Walmart for crooks. If you needed a getaway car, you could buy a fully outfitted bank robber's getaway car in St. Paul. The best Tommy guns in America were flown from Texas to St. Paul and sold on Wabasha Street near the Green Lantern Saloon.
In the early 1990s, my era came. Nah, I wasn't into any gangs, I just had plenty homies that banged. But growing up in the Twin Cities, we soaked it all in just like the rest of the world. We sat and watched Ricky get killed. Ricky! Colors had a major impact on our city, just like it had on any other city.
Colors. You don't know me, fool. You disown me, cool. I don't need your assistance, social persistence. Any problem I got, I just put my fist in. My life.
We saw when Kane got smoked.
Yo, what's up now, partner?
And didn't everybody want to be a drug kingpin? And especially Nino Brown.
Business must be pretty good, huh? Oh, it will be, brother. Beat this out. Free base, so what?
And I can remember the very first time I seen the Warriors.
Warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to play.
See, when people think of Minnesota, they do not think of any egregious activity happening here on the strength of the little that they do know about us, which is only Kirby Puckett, Prince, and cold weather. Mention gangs in Minnesota in the same sentence outside of Minnesota to anyone unfamiliar with this city, and you'll get a, or a yeah, right, especially if they're from cities that is not known for ever visiting here. You follow me? Okay, look, let me break it down for y'all. There's only 7.3 billion people on the planet, 320 million in the US, and 6 million people total in the entire state of Minnesota. You follow me? Okay, there's 3.5 million people living in the Twin Cities and surrounding suburbs. But when we're talking about inner cities in Minnesota, there's only 700,000 people total in Minneapolis and St. Paul hoods. Wow, right? Now, just to give you a better idea of how small we are, our brothers to the southeast of us, Chicago, has 3 million people in their hood compared to our 700,000. So when we announce a murder in our city compared to other cities in this country, people tend to frown up and immediately compare a city with 3 million people to a city with 700,000 people. The point is, when someone is murdered in our small city, it's a big deal because, for one, we actually know the victim. And there's not many of us here. So in 1995, when we were labeled Murderapolis, that 700,000 was noticeably low. Oh yeah, this little ass city has swallowed up a lot of my childhood friends. Oh, this Minnesota nice image that many tag us with is very misleading.
The mall turned into the brawl of America. Complete chaos captured on cell phones and posted on YouTube Monday. And this type of senseless violence gives some shoppers second thought.
Oh shit, man. Damn peachy black gangsters are at it again. I wonder who they fucked up today, man. You motherfucker! Got him.
Blowing inside right now.
Man, fuck you, motherfucker. Yo, Dre, give me a funky ass bass line. Right here. Here's a little something about a nigga like me.
All right, so tell me what your name is and what set you from and what part of town you representing.
Gaetano Lucchese, man. Mr. Lowe's. Shotgun Crip, nigga. The low end.
Shotgun Crip. So, how old were you when you first started, you know?
When I first started hanging around with the Crips, I was probably about 12, going on 13 years old.
12, 13 years old. What made you do it back then, like at such a young age?
Man, I was just fascinated, man, just seeing my cousins, and it was more or less the brotherhood with it. You know, everybody strength in numbers and everybody being with each other, man, and then getting that money. It was overwhelming at a young age.
Man, we was like right here. I mean, we lived right here, so it wasn't hard. Easily distracted for one. Basically, we formed our own little family. That's what we did.
Okay.
That's where the dark side came from. Of course, from Minnesota.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. We made our own family. I mean, shit, everybody was doing their own thing. We did our own thing.
I don't even know, bro. I mean, it's always been life. That's all I knew. So, when it came to me, basically, I had to learn how to start living. Because I was basically born a soldier, man, trained to, you know, go out like a sucker, in my eyes.
Right.
Because I truly, truly believe that, you know, the concept of understanding love wasn't about just loving people you was comfortable with, but it was about loving yourself enough to be humble and not, you know, throw your life away. So,
right.
I think I was born into it, bro.
Okay.
I don't know nothing else.
Okay. What about you?
Me, I not only chose it chose me too.
Okay.
You know, what made me become about it, it was supposed to be about community.
Right.
It's supposed to be about brothers of the struggle.
Right.
Say being up on the same camp, being up on the same concept. I say 14 just running around the neighborhood.
Okay, what made you want to get into life?
Well, it's so much wanted the life, but I was pushed. You know, I left my mom's crib when I was 14. So we looked to others.
Okay.
To find that love and stuff. So the streets.
Right.
The streets got me.
I was probably about, I want to say about 13, about 12 or 13. You know, it was down at Willard Park, up here in Minnesota. It was there at Willard Park. I joined, I guess it wasn't no big reason why I joined. It was just something that I wasn't taking serious at first. It was just somebody, you know, some things to do, some to do, some people to do it with, you know, so, you know, and blue was always a color of mine, so I guess I was the color set itself.
Right. So who actually got you to join?
I'm gonna say Shorty Low, man. That's from up here in Minnesota. When I first got this back when they was initiating folks in for real in the Gangster Disciples, and they was really putting your hands on you, and it wasn't no, and it wasn't no blessing. Yeah, I got folks on camera. They want to smoke too, so it passes off the camera.
That's fine.
Okay, here, take your shit. But what was the question again, there, man?
Who actually got you to join?
I'm gonna say Shorty Low. Shorty Low was a man. I mean, it was so funny about it. The man wasn't even short. He was tall as hell. But he was a real man to this GD thing. You know? I mean, he was very into it. I mean, he knew literature, man, from back to forth. So I mean, and I was very infatuated by the things he said and how he carried himself with this gangster thing. So
I was 10.
You were 10?
I was 10. I was 10. Wow. Yes, bad
Okay.
sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
You?
I was 13.
You were 13? Okay, now what made you want to join, and who kind of got you into wanting to join?
Our uncle. To be honest, we kind of grew up in it. Our mother was queen in Chicago.
Okay.
And that's how we were raised.
The first CANs was KB and Doughboy.
Yep.
They called me, I called MR. And it just spread like that. Big Ray was out of town, but he was an automatic.
Yeah,
I got you know what I'm saying? Like some of the homies were just like automatic. You know what I'm saying? They're one of us. So we done, when he came back, he like, he was fucking with the snakes down there. Because your family is snakes.
No,
he came
Snake.
back. No, Snake. He came back hissing. He was the snake. We like, man, you was CAN, man. Woo, woo. You know what I'm saying?
So what was the reason? Like, why did y'all you know what I mean? Like, how did y'all
Man, it probably was just like for fun, man. It wasn't nothing like we was forced into, because we was all,
it was family,
we was all like from different type, like most of the homies was like Vice Lord. I used to think I was folk, but I say think because I wasn't real. Only thing I've been for real was the CAN. The shit came from, man, an NWA song. I'm a crazy ass nigga and you know that. I think it was Ren.
So the CAN came from an NWA song?
That's where the title came from.
From the title.
We was already homies.
Yeah.
Okay. We was already homies. We used to have a little play game where we used to bang with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like the little homies was the 4 Horsemen. Right. And the older homies was the 9/8.
9/8 posse.
Yup.
Wow.
And then we used to, do it like that. And then at school, that was in the neighborhood. But at school, it was the 2 1s in the 9/8. Bentley and then with the older, because Bentley's older than us. KB's older than us.
Okay.
Bentley and like a bunch of older kids, older students. They was
I was with
all them wasn't CANs though. They didn't. None of them really became CANs. It was just some shit we did at school.
I put on the Rolling 60s at 12. So you know what I mean.
Okay. And what made you join?
Honestly, man, it was just something that was always here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when I came here to Finley Place, like I said, I lived right down there at 114 there. You know what I'm saying? It was here already.
Right.
The joint was here, so it was more of me raised around the hood, raised around 60s. So there was other cats that was coming through here, you know what I'm saying? We had a few homies from Shotgun that was over here. We had homies from Bogus that was over here, 90s that was over here. But most of my family, T-Bone here, family. You know what I'm saying? So I was raised with these cats. I seen them do it at a young age. It just enticed me to do the same thing. I ain't have much, it's just a typical household. No dad involved. Doing what you need to do and make it happen.
I basically got tricked. I got tricked. I was a young nigga. I was about like 14, just about to start going to high school. And one of the bigger homies, he pulled up on me. He had like brand new all white El Camino SS with the little Camaro front on it.
Yeah.
Gold Dayton's. He pulled up on me with some real fly, flashy ass, you know what I'm saying? He was more with the times, you know what I'm saying, at the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little nigga looking at it. He got the K-Swiss on with the Gucci stripes and navy blue corduroys with the gold on. You know, he pulling up in the all white thing, white guts, electric readout. It's way back then.
Right.
So he popped out like, nigga, this is rich rolling 60s Crips, nigga. You're a bum. Basically, nigga, look at your shoes. Nigga, look at you. You know what I'm saying? So I was a young nigga like, oh shit, I just want to be down. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it happened. That's how it happened with me.
Right.
I don't know about other cats, but You know, so about like 14.
We jumped off in 93.
We jumped off the porch about 93.
No, it was
like 92.
It was
91, 92 or something like that.
I lived right here on Pleasant in 91. I'm gonna say 90. I'm gonna say 90. I'm gonna say 90. I'm gonna say 90. 90. I'm gonna say 90 because they had this little bar. You know what I'm saying? Jersey's right up the street.
Yeah.
I used to live right down the street. We used to,
I mean, you used to walk up there, me, you, and Brick.
We used to walk up there, man, and just be.
I remember I was a little one too. I used to be seeing my brother come on with Nazi cash, like. I had to see Rest in Peace. You know what I'm saying? Randall all the time. His brother. You know what I'm saying? They used to be niggas.
It was some real gritters around this neighborhood right over here. From 27th, it really started from down that way.
Right.
27th and Peel Hill right there. That's where it started at, right there. 27th and Peel Hill.
Less fortunate.
Them buildings down there, Whittier Park and all that. It started from all that. Rocky Rococo's was right around the corner. You know what I'm saying? We go skating. Get off on the bus stop right there at Rocky Rococo's.
Fight with the
Get the fighting. You know what I'm saying? All the time.
They throwing rocks at the bus.
Come on.
I mean, I was born. It wasn't even about a joint. I was born into this. I didn't ask for this lifestyle. You know, mama and them was on crack. Aunties off heroin. Grandma a gambler. Granddad a motherfucking gambler. So, you know, you up seeing this shit in the household, my nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So when I got into the streets ain't show me nothing that I ain't see at home. You know what I'm saying?
Well, actually, it being CAN, probably 7th grade, maybe. But before that, they was, and I say they, I'm talking about the older CANs.
Right.
They was the 9-8 posse. Because, of course, we was on 8th and 9th.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? That block was 8th and 9th on you know, in between Oak Park and 8th.
Okay,
all
I
them
didn't know
houses
that.
are 8th and 9th.
Right.
Yeah, so we was the 8-9 posse.
Oh.
And when I say we, really not me.
Right.
My brothers, you know, I was a little wannabe.
Right.
You know, back then. Yeah, and then they changed it to CAN probably about 7th grade. I was still getting kicked out of meetings till about 10th grade.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, like when that stuff happened at North Commons,
Yep.
and they came up to the school and gathered up all the CANs,
Yeah.
you know, and kicked everybody out of school, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, Tom was like, what is he doing here? He's not a CAN. He can go back to class. He's not one of us.
Right.
And they was like, okay, and took me out to. I was mad. I got to stay in school. And everybody.
Well, everybody else got arrested.
Yeah, man, they wasn't honoring my gang affiliationness at that. Like I said, it was years of me, Joey, Teese, and Gino getting kicked out of the meetings. You know, we would normally have meetings at our house in the basement, in Tone's room. And we were, you know, trying to come down, yeah, you know, we said, yeah, no, y'all not. Get out of here.
Wow.
Yeah, so, you know, and all the other homies accepted us before Tone did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Other homies, you know, would be doing the C-Shake and Tone, like, man, we doing this. Nigga, ain't no CAN, man. Little punk, ain't no CAN, you know.
Right.
Till it was just unavoidable.
Right.
You know, he held out to the last minute.
So he finally just allowed you, like, you know,
fuck it,
come on in.
Y'all already in, y'all CAN to every other CAN.
Right.
And anybody who don't fuck with us identifies us as CAN anyway.
Right.
So
how'd you feel like when he finally accepted you? Did you feel like you got your stripes?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I got my CAN tattoo, and we were so dumb, me and Joey was the last out of about 14 dudes getting tattoos with the same little pen.
Right.
You know, wasn't no gun or nothing.
Right.
We all laid on the table at Smack's house down in the projects.
Yeah.
Some dude who did tattoos, you know, back then it was just a needle.
Right.
And ink. Same needle though. Everybody.
Same needle.
Same needle.
Damn, that's crazy. That is
One
crazy.
nigga had hepatitis. We all were thinking about it there with hepatitis.
I was like, when I got put on the set, I was 13. It was June 28, 1993. You know, I always say it's crazy, but the movie Colors really had a real big impact and influence on Midwest cripping, or at least, you know, around here as far as I'm concerned. You feel me? Because you really didn't know too much about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's also the drug trade influenced it, because once cats from California, you know, knew that they could come to places where there wasn't no coast and didn't have as much drugs or whatever. Okay, we're gonna go out here to Minnesota. Damn, it's sweet. We can get them off of the high up here. And then, you know, people seen they swag and seen they, you know, how they was moving and how they was doing it, and you know, seeing the color. Oh, these dudes is Crips. Oh, okay. So then, you know, that's kind of how it, you know, I was like 11 years old. I wasn't even from nowhere. I just knew I was West Side Crip. I just started claiming I'm a Crip now. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Just young as hell. But I got put on the turf when I was like 13.
Okay.
And then like for me, it's Mayhem, this little hitman, this is my blood brother. We got a 6-year age difference. So like, before I was born, he was the only boy out of my mama's children. So like, I just simply looked up to who was my immediate influence, and that was him. So like, whatever he was doing, I was doing. I was his shadow. He couldn't get rid of me if he liked it or not. We was actually just talking about it the other day and got a good chuckle out of it. But he like, man, I ain't been able to get rid of you since you was like 6 years old. So like, you know, my big brother, who's my blood brother, and this was like my father figure and best friend and right-hand man. Like, I just pretty much followed him and did what he was doing, and then his older influences and associates, and you know, we got older sisters who had baby fathers and their little boyfriends and whatnot. That's what it was, and that's who I looked up to. And so like, they were my immediate ancestors and mentors, and I took to that side of things too.
Man, we was I know we had to be at least 11, 12, and 13, and going on up. Okay. I know me and Nook was. You know, Cause we, you know, with this picture right here, we was real young on this right here, and there's a lot of people that was on the block, you know, that's still alive. Some dead, but this is it right here to speak for itself.
Honestly, man, I was born in it.
Okay. Right.
You know, my uncle was a king. My mother was a queen. She moved us up here to get away from the situation, though. But you know, just like skeletons in a closet. You know, when you come to a different situation, man, you don't know how to transition. So when we got here, it was just more like, okay, we're gonna be these good kids, we're gonna do what's right. But then here comes Unc, you feel what I'm saying? And it's like, man, you know, so we just bought off into the family business. Man, Plymouth Ave. I'm gonna be real with you. We used to call it, we really migrated more towards Plymouth and Knox. We used to call it the unknown zone. But at the end of the night, it was just Plymouth Ave. We was them guys. You know, we had the whole demonstration, you know what I'm saying? And that's how we ran it, you know? But then, back then, cats weren't really trying to knock cats' wigs back. You feel what I'm saying? Cats was out there just doing it, having fun, doing what they gotta do. But yeah, it was Plymouth.
We was doing dirt, man, laughing, having fun doing dirt. So we was the jokers out there. So if you came over there on some negative, we gonna laugh and do our dirt and keep laughing, you know. And it was just nothing, a normal routine.
So like,
you know, if we didn't know you, it's tight on you. Straight up.
There was the Iowa Posse, one of the main cats that got the clicking back then, before all these other clicks came out. I'm just being real, fellas. Y'all know, you and I know what's going on. So at the end of the night, this is what I'm saying. There was Iowa P, they birthed Shorty Mac Posse. There was CAN, got birthed. You had the Showdowns, got birthed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Dark Side, they got birthed. All from this one clique. Everybody sat back and said, you know what, man? warlords, Cadillac warlords. They all got to all birthing from that one clique, man. Like, okay, this is what's up. But really, Iowa was one of them cliques that was like, man, you know what, man, I don't care what you is. We Northside. That's how Iowa really originated. We had the Charles Jacksons, we had the Jay Wicks, R.I.P. my homies. You know what I'm saying? We had the Yellow Boys. You know, we had all of them, the Big Jerrys, the Little Roys. We had all of them in one clique. We was all vibing. We all was family. It wasn't no, yeah, you a Crip, you a Viceroy, you a Blood, you a Disciple. No, we was Iowa, and that's all that mattered.
Iowa was the shit. I'm gonna go on and say that on camera too. Right. The Raiders, nah, they was alright. But Iowa, the Iowas was hard. Right. They was the shit. They had a bunch of bitches. The Iowas was cold.
Okay. So as soon as I hear Plymouth, I'll be like,
I
got down with this shit.
And I ain't never been no nickel rider. And I could admit the Iowas was cold.
Basically, family, honestly, we was sitting there playing one day. It was me, Jay Witt, Tadal, and we call him Tyrus, but Tadal. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And at the end of the night, and it was Ray Martin. We call him Devil Lock, aka the Jig. But to be honest, this is where it came from. Tadal and Witt went downtown and bought some Iowa jackets. We're sitting up at the crib, me and Ray, we go down there, we buy some Ohio jackets. Then we get the clowning. We the Ohio players, they Iowa P. You feel what I'm saying? And so they get the clown, man, y'all gonna get these weak jackets, woo, this Tadal, you know, he popping this whip. So we go back downtown, spend some more money, get some Iowa jackets. Now we Iowa posse, full-fledged. It's 4 of us, we going in. Next thing you know, we out here, man, everybody's like, man, what this Iowa stuff, what this Iowa stream all about? We just running around the hood talking about some,
You know, Will had Iowa, so you know, it was real vibe.
Hey,
they going down there clowning.
Yeah.
You know, they was deep.
Yeah, we running around the north side clowning. And man, it just spread it like an epidemic. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And so we out there doing what we doing. Everybody's still cool, loving each other. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, man, the next thing you know, they thought we were screaming Iowa because of my uncle.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? They were like, man, they Iowa because he did this in Iowa and did that in Iowa. No, it had nothing to do with it. We were screaming Iowa because, man, we was a bunch of little kids that got to listen to the NWA. And so NWA was niggas with attitudes, excuse my French. Y'all know I ain't about that life. Or Negroes with attitudes. Right. We was insanes with attitudes. Iowa P.
Jackets. Go ahead, man. When y'all got them jackets, we was tell it, hustling. Everybody when it got starters.
It was just a group of young niggas trying to hang out. You know what I'm saying?
That's the mirror of the town right there.
We was just kick back. We was just chilling. We was just trying to hang out, get some bitches, and have some money and shit.
That's right.
The jacket is black and gold, so it made sense. The color made sense. You know, that's what niggas was rocking.
The name made sense.
The name made sense. Even though we was Minnesota, it was still Iowa. You know what I mean? Then we turned into Shorty Max. And I mean, everybody started doing their thing, you know. But the money is what divided everybody.
Now, who started Shorty Mac?
These people sitting right here, man. A couple of us in here, a couple of us in the joint, a couple of us at somewhere doing what they doing. But it's some originators.
This the originals right here. Right here. This the original. Okay. We gonna give it to the Don right here.
Shorty
he
Mac
did
Posse.
Come up. We was somewhere smoking and we came up with it.
Shout out to my nigga Rico Howard. Shout out to my nigga Rico Howard. Shout out to my nigga Jerome Nunn.
Big Jerry.
Rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Jay Whitner. All the real niggas, man. And rest in peace to Gun.
Okay.
Niggas that took the snake niggas, man.
Okay.
And Yeller, man. It's just fucked up. Money is what divided us. It wasn't about no games.
Right.
It was about money.
We was a family.
We was all family.
We used to go to my house and sleep. They had a stash of money.
It was money.
My house was the safe house.
It was money and misguidedness. That's what it was.
Okay.
It wasn't even about clicks. It was just misguided youth and money.
Right.
And that's a recipe for disaster anywhere you stay, anywhere you live.
Right.
Whether you white or black.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So
you get raised with no father, that's what you're gonna get.
Who came up with the Showdown? How did that originate?
Showdown kinda was a spinoff from Shorty Mac. I was running with the Shorty Macs back then.
You was fucking with us.
When we used to hang at down at Gene Mama crib in the projects down there, spending the night all together. We all watched the movie Colors together. A whole lot of them eras that was coming through and stuff. you know, I used to hang out with these guys over here on the block and stuff, you know. And then from that, you know, I hung out with them, hustling and stuff on the block. But then I hung out with my partners a little bit more tougher, and it was only right that we came up with our own little clique.
Right.
And that's how we put that showdown thing together.
Don't leave out rest in peace, Kenyatta. We love you, brother. You was originating.
Right. Right.
June Buzz, you know, John Boy, Clement.
Wow.
Come on, man. We don't forget about you. We ain't forget about nobody.
We ain't forget about nobody.
We ain't forget about nobody, man.
Now you can look the word up again and again, but the dictionary doesn't know the meaning of friends.
And if you ask me, you know I couldn't be much help because a friend's somebody.
Yeah, this when I was running with the Shorty Max.
We was young hustlers. We was Shorty Max. He started out. There was a man named I ain't gonna speak on. He showed us a little bit of game, gave us a little bit of stuff to work with. We made a little bit of money. And he told us if we make this money, we gonna give us tickets to go to an Easy E
backstage
passes
in the limo
to meet these celebrities, and we young niggas. I'm gonna let my niggas
original,
go ahead.
the real original NWA concert back in 1989. NWA, JJ Fad, Too Short, DOC. Y'all remember DOC?
Shout out to my nigga Big Fish too. We said Big Fish was at the spot.
Right, he
too.
was in the back,
What's up,
the
Big
VIP
Fish?
with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I here couldn't get caught over here back in the day. Yes, sir.
Right.
So what ended up happening is
He
this.
sure couldn't.
And nobody believed that we were going to be able to go to this concert. So what happened?
We was chilling right here on this bus stop right here. Down from my
a white limousine pulled up for us.
This way. Straight from right up Plymouth Avenue.
Right there. And picked us up, and we went to the concert like the young drug dealers.
Hey, he had the chronic. First we got mad at him because he had a bag of dust.
Who had the what?
The bag of dust. I'm like, man, why'd you get that? He like, don't worry about it. Man, we were so zoning, and man, we had a good time. We popped bottles. I'm talking back then.
This was, what, 90, 91? We met Easy E. Rest in peace to Easy E. We met real niggas, man. We was young niggas getting it, man. And we've been blessed.
Hey, we backstage with Big Fish. Tell him backstage with Fish.
He gave the chronic to Too Short.
Yeah, gave it all away like a fool. I gave it away. We were smoking in the I gave it all to Too Short like a
talk. My fault, my nigga.
Man, we should have had it, kept it for ourselves. My man, like I said, came through and blessed us, man. We got in that limo, everybody looking at us stupid, like, ain't no limo picking y'all up. This was my crib behind 1204, my apartment, 203, 1811 Plymouth Avenue North, right here. We sitting on the bench. I'm like, man, we go downtown, get all the generic gear, cross colors. That's before anybody had any of that.
Reebok.
Yeah,
classic Reebok.
Reebok classics, yes.
The great Dockers.
So we sitting here, we like, man, we got played. Sure enough, the limo come up, they start throwing money out the limo. We hop in, and that's what it be. Y'all know how the night ended, right?
Hey,
come on now.
Ended up in Rudolph's that night. Young nigga.
Hey, and when we was done eating that Rudolph, guess where they dropped us off at?
Right back here.
Back on the
right here on Plymouth and Knox on the block. They let us out right there.
Get that money. Get that money.
R.A.I. ruthless ass individuals.
Okay, Raider.
Hey, they was deep.
Yes, they was.
is, man. Hey, CAN, man. They used to crack me up, man, back in the days. But hey, I thought they was playing. They was deep for real.
Yeah.
Hey, we love all of them though. 'Cause,
Right.
you know, we all a family. Everybody in all these gangs is all a family, man.
Right.
It's like we know everybody. They moms grew up with each other, and it's like the devil tricked us, man. Had us fighting against each other and all that, all the souls, the powers, everybody, we all grew up. All us, Nate, Lloyd, Nook, and all them, everybody know each other's families. So it's like, we just got twisted, man.
We was a group of young dudes that was kind of wildin'. We seen all these other crews that was doing their thing, and we wanted to be different. So we say, man, we gonna put our own shit together. They got Iowa got their crew rated. We keep saying Iowa because this is one of the crews we kind of ran up under. You know what I'm saying? We kind of built our blueprint off of what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? So it was like,
only different
but
was
we
they
could
was
do
all
our
lords.
Yeah, they was all lords though. So we like, fuck it, we gonna do our own shit. You know what I'm saying? We tough. You know, we thought we was tough. You know, back then. Fuck it, we tough. Let's do our own shit. You can say crazy ass nigga, you can say crazy ass nation. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of battled with that for a minute, but we kind of stuck with the nigga because that we was niggas in the street and that's what we was representing.
Crazy ass nation came from us believing we didn't want to call ourselves niggas.
Right. It really came from we was catching a lot of heat from our parents in school. At one point at Henry, they called all the CANs to the office and sent everybody home. Every CAN that went to Henry got kicked out for a couple weeks because we were beefing with folk. These niggas was calling up to the school. We're gonna blow the school up. We're gonna do all this. So they like, listen, man, we gotta get them out of here. So then this is how crazy, man. We so tight. Our parents used to have meetings, man, at the Urban League.
About y'all.
About us. Our parents used to have meetings, man, at the Urban League. And they used to be like, at one point everything had kind of simmered down, but they used to be like Tone and Smack. You hear Tone and Smack a lot. At the meetings. Everybody, yada, yada, yada. But Tone and Smack. But Tone and Smack. But Tone and Smack. They felt like we always was starting shit or talking shit.
We was the ones. We was the two that you were gonna have a problem if it was an issue. If you seen Tone and Smack, it was gonna be a motherfucking problem.
All right, there's a thing to it being an original CAN, cause I'm an OC. He's an OC. He's an OC. Even though Gino's from the beginning, he's not an OC, and he can never be one. OC is not a status. It's actually the original clan of CAN. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we ain't no bigger than them. It's just that we're
homies is these two niggas that's literally bigger than me.
We literally was just the original clan of CAN. So if you like, I got OC on my chest, on my arm, all that. It's because I'm from the original. It's not like I'm bigger than the homies that's just like CAN. It's just the original homies got that title. You know what I'm saying? It's only one homie that's the OC who ain't from the actual original branch, but he was one of the first niggas we added, and that's Cube. You know what I'm saying? He was like one of the last ones to make the cut.
Shit. I was like 17 years old. I was fucking with the Southside niggas. My nigga, Lil Snug, C-Shot. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas, you know what I'm saying, put me on that shit. I really wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't need none of that gang shit for real though, you know what I'm saying? I had my own little niggas, you know what I'm saying? But shit, that money got me with the old gang, nigga. That's how that went. Man, shit, you knew that, man. That was 29th and Newton, man. That was our trap, nigga, back then. 29th and Newton, man. But shit, we had Penn, we had downtown. We had downtown. Downtown back then, yeah, we had downtown. You know what I'm saying? That's how we did it. But, you know, like I said, I'm from 6-0, so I was on Southside shit. You know what I'm saying? I migrated over south and did what I did over south.
Now, what made you a Northside nigga? As Northside as you is, what made you go over south?
Cause all my niggas, you know what I'm saying? When I'm a part of something, I mean, like I said, I wasn't in it for the you know, protection and shit. Nigga, we was out here fucking niggas up, you know what I'm saying, just old niggas. So it wasn't the protection, it was the money. I went out there, it was gonna be either that or shotgun crib, but I knew a lot of them niggas was flipping from vice lords and all that shit. So, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to be on some original shit. Nigga can't say, oh, Blood was folks, Blood was vice lord, Blood was, oh, nigga, they gonna say, yeah, that nigga was tripping, you know what I'm saying, since the beginning of when he got in that shit. So it was like the loyalty. So, you know what I'm saying, them niggas was showing me like, unity, you know what I'm saying, nigga, everything was functioning right, so shit. All my niggas was on the south side, so shit. I went over there and fucked with them, but north side always is home.
Well, with me, you know, in my family, man, you know, we like the nation that govern our own, coming from the Mad Black Soldiers. So brothers like, from Chicago, Sam McKay, Bobo family and all that, you know, came back a long time ago and blessed my family, put my family on where I grew up around GDs. But when I'm in Chicago, it's a whole different thing with souls. I mean, I've never seen so many different branches. And the reason why I say that is because all my life, us souls in Minnesota, we always hang with folks. That's because of the simple fact of when my uncles didn't bless me in, and before they got blessed in as souls, they was folks. They never turned their back on folks. It's just souls fed them brothers. And the thing of when it came to eating, it wasn't about trying to be like somebody's slave. It's about learning how to run this operation. And the soul operation was a real organization. That's why the S was for supreme, the O was for organization, the U was for understanding, and the L was for love. The supreme organization, understanding love. And in order to understand love, you gotta understand yourself. Like I said, man, you can't sit here and tell me you love me through the actions that's trying to hurt me and kill me. But you ain't gotta speak no language and come from no country where we understand each other. Your actions will tell me that you love me. And that's what I'm trying to get my brothers out here on the streets to understand. We gotta stop these actions of being afraid to talk to each other. And stop being afraid of, looking at each other, telling each other how you doing. Hey, have a good day. What's up, brother? Without the intensity of a mean mug.
Hey, when I was 11 years old, I lived right down the street. I remember when I couldn't come off the porch. And I used to look down here and see cats geared up and stuff, and used to be wondering, like, man, is they down there working, hanging out? Where is they getting this money to afford the kind of gear they was wearing?
Right.
It wasn't until I was coming off the porch, became a member down here at the hub and stuff, man, and learned that, man, right behind this joint is where it was happening at.
Hey, we didn't have no father. We didn't have fathers, man. We had the block. The block is what taught us.
Block taught us all.
We didn't have
other.
fathers, so we had to teach each other and watch each other's backs.
I was like the handyman that thing. I did a lot of shit. Showdown tea in the house, you know what I'm saying?
For sure,
I started on this end when I was about, like 11, 12 years old. Big cousin used to come over. Hey, I want to come in. They wouldn't let me in. I wasn't old enough to get around. But then shit, it was like later on. It was like one day. I remember one day I was where I was mobbing to. We was mobbing up to north, and I forgot who it was. It was a couple of showdowns, and it was like I was walking through, and it was like you've been around too long now. You gonna have to choose up. I was like, well, I'm down with y'all, man. That's what it do. I remember that day, clear as day. It was like ever since then we've been good. Like
Okay.
The food, get it in, man.
Man, I came up here, man, from Florida, man, 86, man. Real life alligator, man.
Talk about it.
Came up here in 86, moved to Glenwood to Lindale, went to Franklin, met this cat right here. Man, this cat right here, man. Him and old Nick.
Elmo Fudd.
And then from there, man, started gang banging and carrying pistols.
What I had when you met me?
A pistol.
Nah, wasn't no pistol.
I kept a pistol. I kept a pistol every day.
Sure did. You kept a
I
pistol
mean,
every day.
it was a life, man. Gang banging, shooting, and shot at. Thank God I never got shot, stabbed, nothing like that.
Or no prison time.
Or no prison time. I done seen it all from the money to the cars to the dope to 25, 30 states, the women, Mexico, Jamaica.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, man? Gang banging all through high school. TJ, you know that.
No doubt.
Had a clique called Reefers. Going against the,
what that teacher
going
say
against
that,
the BBS. It was war, man. But after school fights, man, it was love, man.
What your teacher tell you?
A young lady, man, ain't gonna say her name though. Ninth grade, man. Ninth grade, man. The lady told me, man, this is in 1990, man. The lady told me I'd be dead in 4 years, dog. It's 2015.
And you 40 years old.
We come from the mighty north side, man. Plymouth and Hard Knocks, Urban James, from Glenwood to Camden, pimp friend.
Right. That's up.
Original north siders. Me personally, I'm not born from Minnesota. I was born original Ohio player, but I represent the north side.
Right.
45 years right here.
Okay.
So in order for someone to even attempt to do a documentary about the fabric of this north side, they have to mention the Last Don and the Get Fresh crew. Because we here. 3 generations, we here. You know, right here, this old folks home, it was wide open back in the day.
Tell me about it.
I had 3 dope houses, 2 whore houses, and 2 breakdown houses in that apartment building. The security was a hired hand.
Right.
We paid them daily, faithfully, and they kept the wish-wash out of our hands. Before we even start, I just want to put on record that this is no attempt to glorify violence on black crime.
Right.
This is no attempt. It was a bunch of North Side roughnecks and rioters who was misunderstood, mistaught, and we took it and we ran with it. Victims on our hands, we had that we are still apologetic and empathy, have empathy for. We also fed a lot of families.
Right.
One thing about this Get Fresh crew, we was North Side bounded and founded. I am Lord W. Fresh himself, the last Don. I'm Vice Lord, by way of Cadillac Lord. This is my family. This is a GD. Rome. Rome been one of the pioneers representing the GD Nation. One thing about these Fresh crew, we always been velvet. We can get along until you push us to get it on. Right. Then it's another story. Right. But that's any man who's holding down their house. This is happened to be the house that Fresh built. Plymouth and Hard Knocks, Irving, James, from Glenwood to Camden. Back man. But here we are, 3 generations plus.
Right. From the beginning about all this, when this all came down, and how the crew got together, right? We all come up, and some of us that's missing since the hospitality house. Yep. We lived on some of us lived on the same block. Some of us lived a couple blocks up. My man lived on a couple blocks up, on the same block these brothers lived on. There's a couple brothers that lived on my block. So we come up as when the street lights come on and you hear your mama calling from 2 blocks away, his brother had to get home and we could hear it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why we family. We ain't family by blood, we family by choice.
Right.
But the thing about this crew and the foundation of this crew is that we have positions. Like they say, you can say whatever you is an organization. We a family, we got a position. So we position ourselves as a business.
Right.
We got a CEO, the Don. We got a COO, the baby Don. We got a producer, which is me. We got a director which is missing.
Right.
And we got a couple other positions that's missing. But the thing about it is, you can ask anybody that know anything about the North Side, the crew is still together 30 years later.
Yeah, everybody that we rock with is born leaders. Let me just get that established off top.
Right.
We can go either way and lead our own tribes. But we all come together and form Voltron, man, and it be tension when we come together because we all alpha males.
Right.
Don't nobody want to hear what the next man got to say when you holding down 2 households, you paying mortgage, you ride 3-4 cars. Don't nobody want to listen to nobody else. You already feel like you a boss. But we all leaders, but we all respect each other and love each other. Right. We humble each other, man. That's why the community love us. We not no hard niggas. We love each other, man. I love people I come in contact with. Like you said, until you push the wrong way. And then when you push, you know what happens. It's gonna be pressure, and pressure busts pipes. And a lot of these cats can't handle it. That's why they quick to tell. This is what I never respected. People that try to sell drugs that never had to. You a ball player, you come with a silver spoon in your mouth, but you wanna get out here on the turf and do what turf niggas do. But as soon as you get caught, you're gonna tell it. And you taking everybody with you, but you didn't take them with you when you went to the Super Bowl. You didn't take them with you when you went to the All-Star game. But when the feds came calling, you took everybody with you.
You had to get a pass to be down here. You had to get an okay to be down here. You had to get an okay to grow up down here. You couldn't just be down here on the block, on the Ave. It wasn't just okay to be down here, just doing what you wanted to do.
Right.
You had to know somebody or get an okay from somebody, which usually was somebody connected with us.
Right.
At the end of the day.
First of all, I'd like to say it's an honor to be with the Fresh Crew, but my name wrong, Jerome C. Colby, one of the founding fathers, same with the last Don over here, of United for Peace, the nationwide peace treaty. And I also have a youth organization called COI, Center on Youth. But what they were saying was, we men before anything.
Right.
I'm 11 points. You dig? I ride the 6. I'm BGDN, the second resurrection. But I'm a man before anything.
Right.
I'm not a life taker, I'm a peacemaker. You dig what I'm saying? So like I said, it's an honor to be around these brothers, and I miss their uncle, who I love dearly, Mr. Marcus Friend, my guy. I miss him, you dig what I'm saying? I met all them through people. You dig what I'm saying? So, man, my man.
Well, first of all, you know, like I said, it goes back, man. To keep it 1,000, which you know, the North Side was basically, you know, North Side. This is before the gangs. You know what I'm saying? Before the division of the brothers who came up from the 612, 374, 377 area code. You understand? So 522. But to get back to this North Side tradition, we have a tradition. It was cats that grew up, if they be honest with you, over South or in St. Paul, that never even been over North Minneapolis before their first 20 years of their life. You know what I'm saying? Because of the, you know, not, like I said, once again, glamourifying, but the notorious, you know, and vicious act that we had participating over here if you was out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? And on another note, this is one of the main strips from people from Edina, Brooklyn Center, Eden Prairie, Bloomington. They came here because we had a lot more just than gang banging going on. It was some real slick, real spiffy, taste buds type conversation going on around here. So it's always been action over here. Hey, we always had some good activity going on. And then like the brothers said previously, where now is the 4th precinct, it was once our community center called The Way.
Like I was saying earlier, a lot of us, most of us grew up 3 blocks away, and we all hung up on one block on 9th, which is Oak Park.
Right.
We played out there as elementary kids, junior high, doing races. We fought. Some of us fought each other back then, back to back. But as we was growing, some of us separated, some of us stayed together tight, but we was always cool. Right. There was a crew that picked up a few other cats called the Wrecking Crew. Before any of the crews came out, when cats was B-boys, B-girls painting on walls. We lost one of them brothers back then in '87. Real good brothers. 86, 87 schools. Pedro, first homicide in the Minneapolis school system came out of North Side High. 2 blocks down.
Right.
He's Fred. He's one of ours. Once he passed away, that crew changed into, or metamorphosized into the crew it is today.
Lord W. Fresh and the Gift Fresh crew.
The Fresh crew came from that.
Wow.
And we all was created, and we all came around because we all got, like you said, alpha male characteristics, but we all played sports in one manner or the other.
Right.
So we on the basketball court together. We boxing. We in North Little Field.
I play football.
We in North football field playing football together. We going up there 8, 9 deep.
Right.
We got another brother that changed his life after he seen that the street life wasn't for him. Now he's out man of a masjid. But he's still fresh.
Right.
And if Fresh gives a call to him, if he's available, he's gonna show up.
Right.
And he's, you know, the thing about it is his parents recognize who we are and what we are.
Right.
And they respect us and treat us like family, and that's what this is. This ain't no crew thing, this ain't no gang thing. You asked a question about who we had beef. We didn't really have beef with cats.
No.
Okay.
As crews. We wasn't, it's on with them on sight.
No. But if you would start anything, if anything emerges. Now, we was always known to be swift, sharp, savvy, slick the tongue. You know what I'm saying? We selling dope, we selling pussy, we knocking niggas out, we shooting niggas if we have to. Right. Other than that, we was about getting money. And we didn't give what boys club you represent, bro. Let's just get this bread. You dig? And that's the truth, man.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system.
Need your help. He is in grave danger.
From the Sith?
From himself. Padme. Anakin has turned.
Like when I was in Knox, you know, the hospitality house.
Okay.
Right? All the lords used to be in there hooping. You know, look where it's at.
Yeah.
Right? So I can remember one Tuesday, all the OG lords was in there. Big June, Nook, Chadal, Duke, Roy.
Yep.
You know, all the Shorty Macs, the showdowns. You know, Twan and R.I.P. Ken.
Yep.
You know, all them guys is in there, right? All lords. And two specific people, I'm not gonna say their name, but this one I'm gonna say. They're very, very popular with the shotguns. They flipped crip on the same day. They came in to the house tally house, told everybody. I remember Nook and them standing out there in the little lobby like, what? Flip, you niggas, what? With such and such and them? Oh man, that shit's weak, man. You know, y'all weak for that. No, Cuz gonna give us this. You know what I'm saying, man? We on, man. Cuz put us on. And you know, initially, it was fucked up, but initially, you know, niggas was still cordial.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that deteriorated quickly, obviously.
Right.
You know, for the most part, the Minnesota Crips was ex-Vice Lords.
Mm-hmm.
So, naturally, the ones that still Vice Lords aren't real fond of you anymore. Right. You know, so that erupted into a long ass war.
That was a rough one for me, honestly, because these was cats that my mom knew they mom. My mom knew them.
Right.
These were cats that we didn't slept in the same beds, we didn't ate off the same tables.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we young, we naive.
Right.
So really in my heart, man, it broke my heart. It broke my heart because I remember the wins. You know what I'm saying? I remember when cats was all together, laughing, smiling, cracking jokes, smoking our first blunt, hitting our first joint, whatever it may be.
Right.
But I remember the wins. That when we were all kids, I remember, man, when we were shorties, man, going to the hospitality house, just hooping together. All of that. You know what I'm saying? Even before this stuff even hit. But, you know, we were a bunch of naive young cats. And so when cats came, they influenced us to change our perspective about each other. So, man, it broke my heart, fam. I'm going to be real with you. To this day, I'm still hurt based on the cats that I lost. That I know when I went to a funeral one time, man, and seen the other cat mom at the funeral. That they say not one of the homies. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And it just changed something in me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this ain't it, man.
But we was always good people anyway, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we weren't never really like we thought we was. We was just, you know what I'm saying, just trying to put that image out there like we was crazy, but we weren't crazy. That's what made me change, because I kept hearing people, Mikey crazy, he'll do this. Man, I wasn't crazy, man. I was just, man, that was just how I was. That's all I knew.
Yeah.
You know, I was just misled. But, man, Nook saved me a lot of times, man. I done got into fights and, you know, with other lords and stuff like that, man. Gun falling while we're fighting, and he'd still give me the, you know, thing back. He saved me a lot of times with situations. Police could have got me and picked me up when I was outnumbered, because, you know, it wasn't really no souls really like that. But, you know, we was still all around each other.
You know what's strange about that question? Honestly, you know what I told them little brothers, man? I was like, man, what do they got to do with who we are as friends?
Right.
And I told them that when they were shorties. I said, man, y'all gonna always be my little brothers, my little homies.
Right.
Y'all ran up under me.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? To me, the gang culture didn't take me to the degree that it took them.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? It was like, okay, at the end of the night, that's still so-and-so, so-and-so. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the night, there's still so-and-so, so-and-so son. You feel what I'm saying? So it was never me looking at them like, man, you know what, because you flipped, because the principle was once you flipped, it's a violation.
Right.
And we know what kind of violation it is. But because I didn't come up under that regime to that degree, I still said, man, them is my friends.
Right.
You know, even though they got to play the Dirty Bird games. You feel what I'm saying? But to me, because now I have Christ in my life, man, I can honestly say this. I forgive all of them little brothers. Wow. Why? Because at the end of the night, they didn't know no better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He that is in me than he that is in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Man, this God is good though, man. Cause a lot of them dudes, man, that flip, man, I used to be around them when they was vice lords or if they was whatever. It didn't matter. So when they was Crip, I was already around all the lokes anyway from Cali. All my homies is from Cali, my original homies, before they even knew them. I'm the one that introduced them to a lot of them. I just came from Cali. You know, in the Pebbles with all the Bloods, kicking it with them, and the Crips in Gardena.
Right.
So a lot of people, they don't even know my name ring in Cali.
Right.
You know, they be like, man, Mikey, but they always told me, stay the same with you being.
Right.
You ain't got to never flip. A lot of times, people in Cali, they be Crips and Bloods together, clicked up. You won't even know.
Right.
And then that's how it is up here. We just be, you know, man, we be together, man. It don't matter about the color or none of that stuff, man.
Right.
Up here in Minnesota.
I put it to you like this. It's just like a different chapter. You know what I'm saying? Of anything, whether it be like a biker crew when they expand, a church, a franchise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The object is to expand and grow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If a person from California came and gave you the green light and said, y'all part of this now, be fruitful, then that's what it is. And anybody that, you know what I'm saying, that's not feeling that, you know, I mean, it's plenty of people that underestimated that and actually been hurt and lost their lives coming to Minnesota or other small towns thinking, oh, they ain't real, what's the names and this or that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You can't look at it like that, you feel me? I mean, it's people that's dying
for these neighborhoods.
Right.
They ain't never even seen.
Right.
And we definitely respect what came before us. So like, that's where it originated. That's the land. That's what we pay homage to for sure.
Okay.
To where like when people are throwing up these sets and they got these numbers and they saying they repping these streets and whatnot like that, those streets aren't here in Minneapolis and Minnesota. That's the streets and the block and the turf where they began that back in California. So for sure, we pay homage and we respect what came before us.
It's the same as somebody saying Black Power wearing an African medallion.
I never was in the Black Party.
Nigga never, you know, you never been to Africa, you know, but that's your roots. That's your heritage.
No,
Right.
So that's what you rep.
In California, you know why there's so many different gangs in California? Because every couple blocks, it's a different set.
Right.
And you know how that is born? That's because if me and you are on 132nd Street and we shotguns, okay? But then there's some niggas 7 blocks up.
Right.
They shotguns too, but we like, hold on, man, y'all not from our set. Y'all's on 139th Street, nigga. Y'all's not on 132nd. So if 7 blocks, being 7 blocks away, mandates a different set, how the fuck can you be 3,000 miles away and still be from 132nd Street? Fuck it, man. To me, that's bitch shit. That's dick riding shit. And that's what everyone would say if it was right here in our city.
Right.
If you from Plymouth Ave and Timmy is from St. Paul, but you see him at the roller gardens every Friday screaming Plymouth Ave and he got a tattoo that say Plymouth Ave. I say, nigga, why you on our dick? You're not from Plymouth Ave.
Right.
You don't rock with us, nigga. I got the same mentality.
Right.
If I go to California and I see a nigga like nigga CAN, what? Nigga, what? Oh yeah, Big Ray moved out to California a couple years ago, gave me a kilo and told me I'm a CAN now. Nigga, you got 8th Street tattooed on his neck. And you was raised up in Gardena or something, you know what I'm saying? 132nd Street, but you got 8th Street on your neck, right?
Right, that's true.
That would look dumb.
Right.
That would look dumb. So I don't understand how, you know, in the ideology of a gang, like, you know, it's supposed to be like, you know, this is our territory.
Right.
Gardena's your territory? You know what I'm saying? The 60s in California is your territory?
Right.
And I don't care what none of them think. If you're a Swan Park Piru, born and raised in Minnesota, and you go out to California to Swan Park, I don't care if 2 of your cousins live there, and that's why you think you're a Swan Park Piru. For sure, every nigga at the park is like, this nigga is a dick rider. This nigga's from Minnesota, acting like he's from Swan Park. Nigga, you're not from Swan Park, nigga. And then you go out there and you're taking pictures of yourself in California, sending it back like, cuz, blood, I'm in the city, blood, this is where it is. Posing and shit for pictures and shit in somebody else's neighborhood.
Right.
We don't even do that here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I go all around, but I'm not finna just be hanging out over on 38th and or 35th and 4th Avenue or something, you know what I'm saying, on the south side.
Right.
I'm just not finna do it.
Right.
Because that's not in the ideology of gangs, that's not what you do.
Right.
You ain't all over in the opposition's hood.
Right.
No shit like that. So how the motherfucking hell can you possibly think that you're a part of a gang in a different state?
And I mean, this gangster cyber thing is so nationwide. Ain't no big me, little you involved, so I can never say he's a phony, because he might got blessed in or connected with this here mob in a whole different state, because we nationwide. So I have no grounds even saying he's phony, or even grounds to even check him unless I was his enforcer or his region, his governor. So, I mean, by checking phonies and things like that, you ask them to spit some of this lit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the pledge. We always started the pledge. We believe in the teaching of Honorable Chairman. The Honorable Chairman is Larry Bernard Hoover. That's the Honorable Chairman of this here thing. Started in 19, I want to say about 72, 73, real, you know what I'm saying? Him and Larry Boxdale, folks of them things, you know what I'm saying? Jeff Ford, all them Chicago men. I mean, legendaries of the gangs, you know what I'm saying? Of the folks, of the Latin Kings. And you got the associations. You got Vice Lords, El Rookins, Stones. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, all them things right there. I mean, that you know, and all them head honchos, them board members, them big people right there. They was the cause and the reason why a lot of us follow these footsteps now of these days right now and trying to say that I'm a boss. We stacking everything from the right. Everything from gangster sack will start from the right. Hat right, stance right, 6-point stance, everything's from the right. Right on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got shot so many damn times when I used to say all in the left side of my body are cut. I'm only right any damn way.
Can't no nigga come from out of town and sell me a dream, man. And tell me how hard we is back here. I don't know if that's true. Right. You know what I'm saying? Cause we do this, cause we kill niggas left and right, we do this, or blood or whatever. I can't respect that because I don't know if that's real. You know what I'm saying? Like I just said on camera, I thought I was folk. But in real life, now that I know, I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I was running around screaming that shit, claiming it, and got into some beefs and all of that. Wow. But in real life, man, I wasn't folk, man. You know why? Because I wasn't put on by like no real. I have been to a couple folks meeting though. But anyway, I did. It was crazy. But when I went to the gang summit, I went to a folks meeting, and I ain't gonna lie, I was in the motherfucker lost. These are the type of things. Yeah, yeah. Only what motherfuckers had told me. You know what I'm saying? But there was things I didn't know. You know, when I went to the meeting, it was shit that like, if you want to speak, you supposed to say 1,000 pounds, 4,000 pounds, or GP. I never heard this shit before. These are things that made me realize, Tony, you're not really folks, man. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know all this shit.
If you don't know this shit, you're supposed to know. When we hugging each other, they putting the 6 on each other back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm hugging niggas like, all right, there, folks. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not really knowing, man. But that's why I don't. But a lot of niggas in Minnesota is claiming the Chicago gangs are different because they've been claiming these gangs. Folks in Vitor has been in Minnesota forever. So I respect your. And if you folks from Minnesota, I can respect that, man, because these niggas been here forever, man. So it didn't originate here, but it's here, and it's here for real. And I can respect the 30s blood. I lived over south for 2.5 years in the 80s. In 85, the niggas was claiming blood, man. In 85, when none of these niggas claiming shotgun or 6-0
really
or none of that shit in 85, man. Not
to
here.
be recognized as the 30s Bloods.
And what I was gonna say
There's no 30s Bloods nowhere else in the United States.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I respect them even more, nigga. They claim 30s Bloods. Ain't no 30s Bloods in Cali, man. 30s is a Crip set. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's not something they copied. Right. They're really from the 30s. They was the blood champs at first. They were the blood champs. They were the blood champs and the big blood.
Yep. Then they went out there like,
the females was called like the
We
champagnes
got some family that's
like
some bloods
that.
out there. Let's go see if they'll recognize us as a real gang. Let's go show them and tell them how much we got our hood on lock.
And they had their
hood on lock. If you got off on 36 in a blue car or with some blue on or something, somebody was gonna spot you in that one stoplight. Somebody was gonna be coming behind you or pulling up on you.
Listen, man, the hood was on lock one time. I caught a bus over there with a chick. Boom, when I get off right on 4th and
31st.
31st. 4th and 31st.
That's the hood.
Caught the 9 over there. Bam. When we get off, I see all the niggas right there. I tell her, man, walk through the parking lot. I put my hood on. I try to walk through them like I don't know them. All my life, one of them niggas said, "What's up, Tom?" They gave me a pass though, and let me keep going, but he just let me know, nigga, I see you. Right. You know what I'm saying?
How I feel about it, I feel like if you in this city and you repping a gang that's not from this city, don't really. It's a few niggas that I fuck with that I know is thorough.
Right. Yeah,
but I can't really fuck with that because I can't really fuck with that because we don't know if you really know them. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if you really official. You know what I'm saying? So for you to be up here talking about, oh, this is GD or this is Crip or woo woo, yeah, whatever, nigga. You might been a bitch at home. You know what I'm saying? If you even from there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You might have been a bitch at home and try to come up here and flag that shit like you just so down for your shit. So me personally, I don't respect that shit.
Oh yeah,
I don't respect that shit. I don't fuck with that shit. But it's a few niggas up here that from Cali or wherever fuck with Cali. That's official. Like it's a lot of niggas up here from Chicago.
Because Chris came up here with that
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all gonna be lokes.
A lot of motherfuckers come up here and not even come up here. A lot of motherfuckers be from here and be repping some motherfuckers that ain't from here. Yeah. And be, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Them type of niggas, nah.
Sucking niggas dicks from Cali and the niggas don't even know
them type of niggas, nah.
Same niggas that used to come up here and be like, oh, cuz, I heard you was clowning the little homies, cuz, why you be doing them like that, cuz? I heard y'all was talking all reckless to them while y'all was kicking their ass, cuz.
Wow.
But these is niggas that I consider Crips that's really from Cali.
Right.
But if you're from over Minneapolis and you're claiming a set, you claiming shotgun, y'all's block is on 132nd and El Segundo. If you don't know that, and if you ain't been there on 132nd and El Segundo, it's big old wrought iron fences. You know, it's big mansions and shit. It's niggas with marble floors. They're out there cripping, but they're out there with money that's cripping.
I don't respect cliques no more. I gotta respect the man, the individual, because your clique don't mean shit to me. You know, that's my personal take on it. I don't respect nobody's personal, I'm folks, I'm a Crip, I'm a blood. That don't mean shit to me, you know what I'm saying? You gotta come to me as a man. Now I'm a little older now, you know what I'm saying, a little wiser. So, you know, for me to give you any respect, you gotta show me. Your clique don't mean shit.
Coming from original nigga, where the shit started, man, right here, 14th and Russell, man, you know what I'm saying? My cousin's ever black, man. Fucked with some of the first lokes that came up here before niggas was even loking. Me personally, I'm not with that flipping shit. However, it all happened because of money, you know what I'm saying? And anybody that you document or anybody you interview that don't say that they was getting their work or getting whatever they was getting from the lokes is a motherfucking lie. Because anybody back in the early 90s, if you was doing something major or you was doing what you was supposed to be doing, you was coming to us and getting that work and that weight. Nobody else had it back then. So what happened was niggas was vice lords and shit, and the lords, I guess, couldn't supply them with enough product. You know, and I'm not gonna say the name of the nigga, but the name of the nigga that had the vice lords up under him couldn't get what he needed. So, and this is all urban legend, and this is all hearsay, one of the homies told him if he could get so many people to flip with him, he would give him, you know, I don't know, it was somewhere between 3 to 5 bricks or something like that. Ooh. And he flipped, and when he flipped, he brought some little vice lord niggas with him, and niggas started to get money. See, a lot of this stuff about flipping and all the hate and animosity with other gangs hating on shotgun and talking shit about shotguns because we was known to be the rich niggas, and niggas really had that cake. And niggas was fucking niggas bitches and having cars on D's and doing shit when niggas was walking down the street, you know what I'm saying, sharing a motherfucking cigarette. Niggas was getting real money. So a lot of the hate stems from that because a lot of niggas flipped to get rich. You know what I'm saying? So that's my comment on that. 14th Street Posse was our crew. We was all from Shotgun. This is before 1-4 and all of that other shit. It was 14th Street Posse. Me, Jermaine Elliott, Shing Ding, Sandwich, they lived right across the street. Jimmy Dale Pickford, Maine, Who Ride, and Sale lived in the corner house. My cousin DeMarlo Black lived 2 houses next to them. And Marlon and Jamar lived right here on Queen. My cousin Noodles, Rome Nunn, he lived right here on Queen. Rest in peace, Akeem. He lived across the street from him. We was all 14th Street Posse, all on these 2 blocks. Mikey Turner lived up on Upton. And that's what the crew was prior to that. But me, no, never no other gang, no nothing. I hung around with some folks and some Crip niggas when it first started. Because back in the day, there was only like a handful of lokes around here. Well, first of all, when you in 8th grade, 7th and 8th grade, and you get off the school bus and your niggas is flashing $10,000-$15,000, man, I mean, that persuaded me, number one. But my parents, I lived in the same house, man. It used to be white and red. It was hard because my parents influenced that education, man. So I had to figure out how to sell dope and still go to school and not get caught. So yeah, I was influenced. You know what I'm saying? When I first got into the set, it was more like the Boy Scouts, man. It was a brotherhood. It was a friendship. Brothers didn't steer you wrong. They might have gave you some work to sell to get some money, but they didn't send you off like they do now, like go do. Niggas cared about you. You couldn't even get no work if you wasn't going to school. If a nigga didn't go to school, he wouldn't even give you the opportunity. See, the dope game was something for you to get involved in, to get money, and then try to switch off and flip it into something else. Right. It's not a lifetime thing, and a lot of niggas got lost in that.
You know, you be hearing these cats claiming this and that when they're from out of town. Yeah. Me and Smack was together before. And we seen this crib nigga go into like a rant, man. The nigga must be really like getting it in back in his day, cause the nigga went on a real rant. He seen Smack's chucks. He like, nigga, I used to wear those in '82, man. Woo. I wanted to say something cause he was really dissing Minnesota niggas. Right. But he pulled out a big fat ass 4.5. He like, these niggas don't know how to gang bang, woo. Then all of a sudden he just pulled out a gun, nigga, and just went into a thing, man. The nigga was really in it when he was in Cali, because when I say went into a thing, you could see in his face. He wasn't nothing fake, man. Wasn't nothing fake about what he was saying. He got off into his feelings, his emotions. He was pacing back and forth. He like, these niggas be saying cuz to me all in my face. Ain't none of these niggas crib.
Our mission statement was nothing but to get money and be the biggest conglomerate as we could, get as many members and many people as we could before we start getting these shiesty ass niggas involved that started switching the game and fucking shit up. Look, we in the CAN hood right now, man. My nigga Tone Capone always talking about my skinny ass blunts. I should egg his fucking car, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he ain't even there. You know what I'm saying? Them is my niggas though, man. I love them niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit.
I couldn't even defend Minnesota. I wanted to.
Right.
I couldn't. He like,
that nigga was too aggressive with that.
Man, he like, what the fuck is a gangster disciple? A vice lord? That's some bullshit. Nigga ain't nothing but Crips and Slob. Woo, all this. He just going. He like, nigga ain't no. It was a Grape Street nigga there too. He was from Watts.
Yep.
He Telly uncle. He just happened to be in there. Boom.
Yep.
So the nigga like ain't no. All these other colors, niggas, only two real colors, nigga, that's blue and red. And the other nigga was like in purple. And seeing that always stuck with me, man. That made me feel like these niggas don't really respect you, man. To them, you're just flunkies. You're just somebody that come up here overcharged for some yayo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they look at you.
Right.
And that's how I felt when I stopped fucking with the folks and them. I felt like they not looking at me like I'm for real. Nigga, me and Perk was the only two niggas that wasn't from Chicago. No, me, Perk, and Jesse was the only niggas that wasn't from Chicago. Jesse is from like Indiana. No, Florida.
These are somewhat different.
They're from Florida. Okay. Jesse and Free was from Florida. My thing is, okay, let's say you're a Crip.
Yep.
I'm not gonna respect your Cripping as much if you're claiming you're such and such Crip that the shit is in LA.
Right.
But like the Trey Trays, I can respect their Cripping a whole lot more because they're not claiming nothing else. They like, we Trey Crips from right here in Minneapolis.
Right.
It's not all West Side this and all of that.
Right.
Like, man, like, that's another thing that that people ain't gonna admit. The CNs was the first set representing the North Side, man. Back then, everybody was either claiming they was from the Go, or they was West Side Cripping it, or something like that. Right. But the CNs was the first ones, like, this is North Side CAN.
Well, a homegrown gang can be just as treacherous as a gang from out of town. You know what I'm saying? A gang out of town had more to offer due to the product that they were bringing in. You know, homegrown gangs are just niggas that are out terrorizing and doing foolish shit. There's no structure because there's no resources. You can't be a baller when you're out here buying shit and selling shit in your own town. You have to get it from somewhere else. Distributors make money. Salesmen don't make any money. So a homegrown gang, you know, and we had that beef. Like right now we got homegrown gangs within the set of Shotgun and they beefing and shit, you know what I'm saying? Which irks me because if you Shotgun, you should be Shotgun, man. Everybody should get along. But we got two homegrown gangs, man, you know, that's beefing amongst each other due to popularity and over bitches and all types of little bullshit like that.
What did he tell you about his gang that made you decide his gang was better than your gang?
Right.
Because you're already in a gang. You know what I'm saying? When the Crips and the Bloods came to Minnesota in the late 80s, You know, you niggas that was born in 74 and 73 and 70 and shit, you niggas was already in the game.
Yep.
And then, can you imagine the conversation? The person from California talking to you has to think little of you. Here's what I'm offering. I'm gonna give you some dough. You're gonna throw down your flags, pick up my flags. All your homies are now your enemies.
Wow.
And your name, you gotta change your name too. You gotta be Low Strap Low now. Now your name is Low Strap Low. You can't go by what you've been going by. I mean, it's niggas who got your real name.
Right.
Then you already got a nickname on the streets.
Everybody know you by that.
Everybody know you by that. But now, you gonna flip, you know, Crip. And now we gotta call you a whole nother name. And then a lot of them flip Hoover and then realize, oh damn, most of my homies is flipping Shotgun. So then you flip Shotgun. And now you got another nickname. You know, you had a nickname when you was a Lord. You got a nickname when you was from Hoover. Now you got another nickname because you're from Shotgun.
Wow.
How, listen, I'm a CAN. Let's just say you're folks. If I convince you to leave folks, turn on your friends, join my game, and change your name, how could I possibly respect you as a fellow gang member? If I know that what you're willing to do for some dough, that's stepped on anyway, so you're not even getting the deal that you think you're getting.
Right.
You know, this nigga, cuz Big Blood gave me a half a chicken. No, nigga, he gave you a quarter chicken and another quarter of baking soda. Because you don't know no better. You're gonna cook it up, give it to you wet. When the shit dry, you ain't getting all that shit back anyway.
Right.
So, but that type of shit, of course you can't stand on no shit like that. Because who gonna say something to him about it?
Right.
Because if I'm him, and I'm that scary ass nigga, and cuz him come up to me like, hey cuz, what the fuck's up with that shit? Nigga, why you ain't stand up for you know? Nigga, I flipped. Like you. We flipped.
Right.
We're obviously the bitches of the game. We're the ones that the niggas from out of town zeroed in on and said, that nigga's so weak, I can make him switch gangs. Wow. So I kind of feel like, you know, good. Filtered out the busters. Filtered out the niggas that ain't loyal. Because there's no way you can be loyal to this gang.
Right.
If you flip from this gang. All your loyalty credibility's out the door. You can't say I love my hood. No, you don't. Because now, if the Latinos, if the Mexicans come with more dope, nigga, you gonna be screaming, Sueve, what is that shit called? SW13 or whatever, you know what I'm saying, what the Mexican gangs is. You gonna be screaming cartel, nigga, I'm with the Mexican cartel.
Yep.
You start saying essay and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because when niggas flip Crip, you gotta pick up the lingo too.
Right.
So you switch, you know what I'm saying? You're willing to switch everything about your life for some dope. You gotta be a buster, man. You just gotta be a buster. If a nigga said that to me, I'd be like, nigga, you got me fucked up, nigga. It might be beef.
Right.
I'd be like, what you think, I'm a hoe? For you to even come at me with this conversation, you think I'm a buster.
Have anybody ever came to you or anybody in your crew?
Fucker was in the hood talking about it like, man, I might do it. One of the, and when I say in the hood, down in the project, you know, the MCs and shit, you know.
Right.
One of the MCs was like, oh, brother, if you do that, brother, man, then me and the homies is gonna violate you. Swear to God, the homie like, oh yeah? Jared was there, you know Jared.
Uh-huh.
Jared had a little Louisville slugger. He said, oh yeah? Took the Louisville slugger. Started hitting that nigga in his head. Chasing him to the car. But yeah, he was strongly contemplating.
Wow, man.
Strongly. He like, man, niggas got the money, man. But in the end, you know what? He was a real nigga.
Right, stood up.
And no matter what, if you a real nigga, and you look in that motherfucking mirror, and you questioning the integrity of the motherfucker staring back at you, If you're a real nigga, that bothers you.
Right.
If you're a real nigga, then you look in that mirror like, nah.
Can't do it.
Nah.
If that's what they want to do, I mean, them niggas want to flip it, them niggas was sack chasing. That's what that's called, sack chasing. Them niggas was sack chasing, I don't give a fuck what they talking about. It was sack chasing, that wasn't flipping. Them niggas was flipping games just to go chase a motherfucking bag of shit. See who gonna handle something. Niggas was looking for handouts and shit. If you had the sack, niggas was on your nutsack.
I used to say to niggas, oh man, why y'all got beef with the Lows? I don't got beef with no Lows. None. I've never even met a Crip in my life. I've only met Vice Lords who started claiming Crip. I've never met a Crip. I've never met someone from California who gangbanged, sold dope in a hood in California. Therefore, they were a part of the Crip gang in their neighborhood in California and then came to Minnesota. I never met none. All the ones who I met, who I beefed with and shit, all these was niggas born and raised or grew up. You know, I was born in California. I didn't move here till I was 2. Nigga, you wasn't no fucking shotgun at 2. Nigga, you came here, you started, you know, came off the porch at whatever age nigga you was involved in, whatever gang you was involved in. I mean, just think. Over South, most of the Crips that are over South are from 60s.
Yep.
Now we know, because we're from here.
Right.
But you're claiming 60s. Are you from Richfield or Brooklyn Park? Because them is the 60s.
Pretty much.
That's it.
Right.
If you're claiming you're from 132nd Street, it gets further.
Right.
Nigga, are you from Champlin or Bloomington? Burnsville.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Them is where the streets are, where you're from.
Right.
So yeah, like I said, I've never, ever met a Crip. So people who be saying that to me, no, I don't got beef with the Crips. I don't even know them. I never met one. And, of course, now I don't got beef with nobody.
Right.
Except for the teachers who ain't doing a good job teaching my kids, or the police who are, you know, I'm scared because I'm worried about something happening to my kids.
Right.
You know, I ain't got beef with no niggas on the streets. None.
Cause they all those, man. You got Pretty St. Paul, you got Sad Southside. You know what I'm saying? That's how I've been looking at it, and that's how I'm still gonna look at it. Pretty St. Paul, Sad Southside.
But it's different now, cousin. I'm telling you.
It's not. It's
all them
it's
suckers
undercover
that
faggots, man.
Yeah, I ain't talking about them faggots. They over north too.
I'm talking about these niggas, man. You talking about the faggots? I'm talking about these niggas that's claiming to be real niggas. These faggots, sleepers.
Niggas ain't around
undercover,
no more, cousin.
Right.
They are. I know a couple.
They hiding then. I don't see them. I see everybody.
It's
all
like it ain't
real
where
niggas
you
come through
it
here.
ain't where you from, is where you at. And pretty much if you from St. Paul, you look at other neighboring neighborhoods like they ain't shit, you know what I'm saying? So I used to go over there just to make a point. Me and Short Dog.
Yeah, we all
my
did.
little cousin Monty. We used to go over there and make a point to them pretty niggas. Take they shit, come over to north with this shit, come get your shit. We didn't want your rims, none of that shit. We just took your shit just so you can come over north. Hey, show who
So
took your
y'all think
shit.
it's a gang?
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all see, it's still not a gang.
It's
I live here.
Man.
My cousin lives somewhere else.
Red stay red, blue stay blue. As long as you didn't flip on the wrong color, nigga, you right. You know what I'm saying? So, fuck it. Some of us, dark side, unknown, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we went MC, nigga. That's what it is. Real talk. MC. You know what I'm saying? We didn't flip shotgun. That's what happened. All them niggas that shotgun.
We didn't flip from red to blue.
I'm not disrespecting none of y'all. I only know a few of y'all though really were shotguns from the dope. A lot of y'all was Vice Lords, and y'all know.
Right.
All of it. Respect is respect. I respect every man as a man. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Too many captains, not enough followers. Everybody want to run something, but we weren't trying to let nobody run us at all because we was us. Bottom line, dark side for anything, we family, and they couldn't respect that. And I ain't trying to get no disrespect to no unknowns. I got hella love for anybody that run up under the fire. We just gonna tell on the red team, I'm for it. But I feel like they weren't giving us our props due, and we was doing what we needed to do, and we stuck together like a family, and that's who took us in, so we did us. That's as real as I can put it.
And with that said, man, that's Dark Side in a nutshell. For the simple fact is, we came up all these years. Man, we was Cobra Stone. We was Cobras. We was Stones. We was Unknowns. We got my brother's a Crip. We got blood homies over south.
Right.
We got homeboys out in St. Paul. But the thing is, we family. We stay together.
Like they said,
if some happen to one of us, man, we gotta deal with this.
We gonna ride behind ours.
We gotta deal with this first. This is us first.
Right.
Like, for real, we don't care about your laws, we don't care about your gang, we don't care about your hoods. None of that. If you see mine walking down your block, let him walk. Cause he ain't got nothing to do with you. That's my family.
First, they know.
Straight up, because hey, if he's, and that pretty much explains just like everything that's going on out here right now with these little cliques and all that stuff, is because, you know, everybody, we done got older, and now we got new kids out here. We got young kids out here. My man, he got 22-year-olds out here. I got 20-some-year-olds out here. My man, Duddy Man, may he rest in peace. He got kids out here, you know what I'm saying? A lot of Lil Uzi, you know what I'm saying? One of our original founders, he got kids out here. This is what we saying. Know who you fucking with before you fuck with them. Because we're a family. I don't care what gang, what organization, what sect you claim, we're a family. If my blood runs in through that, that's mine. And I'm gonna hold that down. If I'm not, then I'm dead. And I'm not dead because I'm talking to you.
Part of the problem is, these little niggas is beefing with each other, not realizing a lot of them is related, man.
A lot of them is related.
If they ain't related, they parents hang together. I mean, it's a lot of shit. It's deeper than this. This block, we fighting 2 blocks over, man. We didn't do that. We beef with you niggas in St. Paul. I mean, we got along with Southside niggas. Minneapolis against St. Paul, period. Yeah. But it was north side of nothing, man.
Right.
Period. North side of nothing.
Right.
It's dark side of nothing.
Man, I mean.
Because even if you was on Knox and we was on James, it's us first. Real spit,
Personally, I mean, you know what I'm saying, a nigga that flip, that shit ain't it really, but I look at it as more as the niggas that still with the same clique that they flip to, they must have really had more respect for where they went and where they left from, you know what I'm saying? So the motherfucker's still there, I can respect it more than a nigga that didn't flip from Vice Lord, the Gangster, the Crip, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of them motherfuckers out here.
Right.
It's crazy because, you know, these people in Minnesota, if you want, let's talk about it. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it Sunday. But it's Sunday. Okay, so we're going to talk about
testimony. Yep.
To be honest with you, like a lot of these people in Minneapolis and Minnesota, like they be repping these gangs and repping but they don't really know what the true meaning of actually being in a gang. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know. Or an organization. It's a family. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you just pick, I guess they just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm going to rep GD. I'm going to rep Vice Lord. I'm going to rep whatever. And all these made up gangs that they doing now, you know, in 2015 that I ain't never heard of, but whatever. You know, people don't understand what it is. Like, we understood that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We went to weekly meetings. You know what I'm saying? We had to study and know the Quran. Like, we had to, you know what I'm saying? It was a family thing. Like, you don't never go against your own. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people who went against us was supposedly our own, quote unquote, our own. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't other sects. You know what I'm saying? I kicked it with all type of people. I kicked it with GDs. I kicked it with Crips. I kicked it with all of them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't had nothing but love for me, as well as me back to them. You know what I'm saying? They didn't disrespect me, I didn't disrespect them. It was what it was. The most issues I had was our quote-unquote own people.
But yeah, man, it's I don't really be in I'm gonna keep it real. I don't fucking do documentaries, none of that shit. I don't care about none of that shit, man. I don't really get into it, but I got some shit I'm gonna do. Yeah. Because everybody got a story to tell. At the end of the day, the difference between some states and Minnesota is there's a lot of talent here, and there's a lot of active niggas here, but motherfuckers ain't uniting it the right way. Right. You know what I mean? Right. There's too much backstabbing and cutthroat here. I mean, I don't give a fuck where you from, what gang you in. It's about what you try to do with yourself in life as a man, nigga. We all done been kids before. The half the niggas we banging on, we don't grow up with anyway. Right. Keeping it real. You can't knock your mama or your daddy from where they move you to. You know, they got this little shit over here, South Side, East Side. But nigga, your mom and your dad moved you to the South Side or to the East Side. And half you niggas done lived on the South Side or the East Side before. So now y'all want to do the little dumb shit. It's like, what's that, Bogus Boys? Didn't they have, wasn't them niggas like scramble like different gangs in one clique or some shit? I think that's how the South Side, East Side shit is. I don't really know because I don't get into that shit. I'm into this brand right now. Wow. That's what I'm into right now. This my nigga right here from San Diego 30s right here. Hey, tell me where we come up at. What I just tell you, I see niggas don't know. I didn't come up in St. Paul. I came up in South Minneapolis. Well, I tell you, 26 in Pillsbury, right?
No doubt.
Where we come up at? Where we come up at? 26 in Pillsbury.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
not?
yeah, yeah.
Me and this nigga right here came up in the same spot.
I'm 4-4 block. Meets nigga mom, 4-4 block. This is what you're supposed to put on your video, nigga. Fresh out of Cali, nigga. Go ahead, that's your friend. Yeah, you know what I mean?
He from the old guy.
You know what I'm saying?
I got it.
See that young slurricane, nigga? Yeah. They don't even have this here, nigga. Straight up. I smuggled him on the airplane. Be careful, imagine that.
We got shotgun. You know what I'm saying? We got 60s, we got 90s, we got neighborhoods, we got Grape Streets, we got some Raymonds up here. Now we got these new 10s, we got the rough, tough Somali Crips. You know what I'm saying? Shit, let me think, man. You know, I'm an old nigga. You know, half of these little new gangs, I don't even know a lot of these new ones, man, because, you know, I ain't even out here like that. But, you know, we got BTG, we got Trays, we got... Shit, that's all I can think of off the top. But, you know, them is all I got to do with cripping out here, man. You know, we still out here active.
You got to think about what it was. It wasn't even a Crip or a Blood thing. It wasn't a Vice Lord or a GD thing. A lot of people had did people wrong. So it was easy for a person to say, okay, you was my friend and you screwed me. I'm going to go over here and fuck with these niggas. So it was simple. You know what I mean? Right. If you was loyal to who you was loyal to, it don't matter. If other niggas change, they change. That's on them. But if you stayed to who you were, that's who you are. You know what I mean? The migration came when the money came. Everybody wanted to make an alliance. I mean, I never claimed a gang. I was just all about getting money. Everybody know what I was on. Right. Getting some money. Getting some money. I fuck with Vice Lords, I fuck with GDs, I fuck with Crips, Bloods, whoever. It's just all about getting money. And that's what separated us. You know what I mean? And then we had friends killing friends. Right. And then this shit didn't make no sense. Right. You know what I mean? My brother lost his brother, you know? About some bullshit. So the migration wasn't really nothing but some niggas that was influenced that didn't have father figures. Right.
Shit, that's pretty much what it was.
That's really, yeah.
Motherfuckers lost principle, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, they was tired of doing the old way. They wanted to try something new.
Try something new, man.
Okay. At the same time, it was tight out here.
Yeah, it was tight. It was never tight for us because we was family.
You know what I'm saying? So they motherfuckers went their way and did what they had to do.
They did what they had to.
Made it happen.
The migration was about making us.
Yeah, when drugs hit the city, man, it kind of broke us all apart in different ways.
Right. It was the money,
man. It was more or less just like you said, just getting the money.
Right.
Who was supplying it? That's where he was going.
That's where
I mean, and it wasn't just on a note of saying fuck your boys. It's like you said, sometimes it's just like motherfuckers just felt like they had the upper hand because they got a little bit more extra pocket when we all should eat together.
We all should eat together.
You know what I mean, we grew up sleeping in the same room in the same house together.
But we can't get money together.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's too much out here. North Minneapolis, it was too much money out here for you to be out here to be panhandling and being off on other cats, man.
Right.
And then you get mad. Don't get mad. just got to do what you got to do. At the end, we have families, man, and we all to this day still have families. So and we still doing what we got to do.
Yeah, when you go ahead, Ron. When you say the Great Migration and stuff, you know, a lot of cats that get on there and get to saying that cats flipped and all that. Just like my partner Duke just said, it wasn't a lot of cats that was vice lord and all that. We hung on a block that was majority vice lords and all that, but everybody on the block wasn't claiming vice lord like that, you know?
Right.
Everybody wasn't vice lords. When Castle rolled through the original block back there and stuff, it was known to have a whole lot of vice lords on that block, so they probably would affiliate them us with them. And would think that we was vice lords, but a lot of us wasn't no vice lords or nothing, you know.
Right. Getting money.
That was just a block to get your chips.
It was just, you know,
we come from right here where we filming at, the hospitality house. Right. We hung out at the hub.
They done changed the name. 1204 Morgan, don't leave out 1204 Morgan. That was the spot. Right there.
Okay.
Cracking.
But that's all it was, though, bro. That's all it was. It wasn't a niggas flip flop. It wasn't that. It really wasn't. It was niggas made a decision to do what they had to do to get money. Now, if that interfered with whoever back then, it just interfered with it. You know what I mean? But everybody made a decision. I don't think nobody flip flop. You know what I mean? If that's the case, everybody flip flop for the money because we was all humble.
Right.
Then we all started changing for the money. So we all flip flop if that's the case.
Right.
You know what I mean? If that's the case. You know what I mean? It wasn't about it was about us.
New ladies.
New everything, man. You know what I mean?
Everybody's gonna be like, man, hell no, who was that? You ain't gonna be quick to accept nobody.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Especially somebody that's from the other side. You know what I mean? Now, it's kind of weird because in a lot of cases you can look at it. With me, it's just like when you're in your younger days, I could kind of understand it a little more. And then in certain people, you can accept it more, and others that you can't. It's kind of like a weird thing, you feel me? But like if you're 15, 16, 17, even 20, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more understandable.
Right.
But when you get into your 28s and your 30s, and then you hopping around. There's some cats that hop around. It's 4 different things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like for the turf, some of our hardest hitters, you know, was from the other side, and y'all know what I'm talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just at first you don't accept it, but you know you make them go extra harder. And that's what they do. And then once they go extra harder like that, it's just like, it is what it is. Right. Now it's firm and it's planted. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, a lot of people look at it as disloyal. And I guess in a way it is disloyalty. You know what I'm saying? When you leave from one set and come to another.
Right.
But everything happens for a reason.
Right.
Some people are better fit somewhere else. You ain't gonna find that out until you run into these cats might fit you better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of cats is just disloyal, sack chasing niggas, flipping around. But you know, it's a lot of cats that was. It's just once they found out and they ran into this, it just was where it was meant to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Fuck it. I was cripping back when Madball killed Pedro, man. If you from the Lows, you from North Side, man, you remember when Madball killed Pedro, man, at North High School, man, we was cripping back then. That's something. When they killed Free over the rims or whatever over there, Dirty Loc, rest in peace, when he got killed, you know what I'm saying? Your Vice Lord Bucket, you know what I'm saying, used to come through Willard. He was the only Vice Lords I knew, man. I love that nigga, cool nigga. Vice Lord Bucket, man, you know what I'm saying? Niggas like that used to come through. That's how far back I go, man. You know, let's see, who else? Man, there was so many murders, man, back in the 90s. It's like, that's what pisses me off. All this little fuckery shit and this fuck shit right now, man. It's like, I don't know how this, if it was back in the day, and I can say this shit because it's over 7 years old, niggas Sleep and Lil Fat Cuz would have killed these niggas for this fuckery shit that they're doing. Look at the police right here, man. Look, live, fucking with somebody, man. Taking somebody to jail right now. On a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes down out here, man. That's how it goes down.
When you talk about affiliation that involves money in the Twin Cities area, you'd be remiss if you didn't mention Ralph Duke, aka Pluky Duke. During the 1980s, cocaine flooded the Twin City streets at a rate that police officials could not even contend with. And during that era, Minnesotans knew the name of Pluky Duke and the rest of his empire. See, when people talk about kingpins and money, Minnesota's never mentioned, and rightfully so. But when your direct connection comes straight from Columbia to Minnesota and you're grossing an estimated $20 million a year and employing large amounts of people, I'm not for glorifying, but I'm sure the kingpin extremists and people who makes it their business to know people like Mr. Duke can appreciate my attempt of educating you all. So after Pluky, many set out to emulate him, using the forces of their gang and clique to trap that paper. And oh yeah, there was plenty of money to go around for everybody to eat.
Nigga living shit. Murder on my mind got me killing shit. Never fucking with a hoe unless I benefit. I accept that pussy, then unfriend that bitch. That's 100 like Ben Frank, 300 like Sosa. Add it up, that's 4. Drop it in that soda. 2 cups, I be leaning on the shoulder of a bad bitch. In the front seat, it's the chauffeur. I'm in the back seat with an actress. Just rolling up that reefer, vibing out to Wiz Khalifa. Getting high like nice to meet you. Charge a Billy for a feature. Money is the motive to the grind, I am devoted. Now I'm rich as fuck with my brothers like the Jonas. Rich as fuck, rich as fuck. Soda, counting all this money, bitch, I'm rich as fuck. Rich as fuck, rich as fuck. All this money in my pocket, I'm rich as fuck. Rich as fuck, rich as fuck. I'm rich as fuck, I'm rich as fuck. Rich as fuck, rich as fuck. Counting all this money, bitch, I'm rich as fuck. I am not a regular pedestrian, richer than I ever been. Cali Pat, Cali sweat, sleeping with 2 lesbians. My new bitch gon' fuck me good, suck me good, she know what's up. Rich as fuck, oh my god, tired of lifting shipments up. What the fuck, rich as shit, hit the dough then hit the switch. Hit the bitch to count the cash, money bag different. Run the whip, Molly high, 45 on my side. I'ma ride till I die. Who was you, not who was I? Play with die, homicide. I don't think you wanna die. Shell drop, bullet fly. See the goonie in my eye. Take a trip to Minnesota. All I need is bacon soda. Then call up my nigga. Tell him I want purple. This gon' be a long night. I just had a long flight. My right wrist like all rights. That mean that shit all white.
We really live like that. We really live like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. These niggas hear this little young thug shit and all this shit. These niggas, nobody's making the money we made back then right now. It's impossible. Who you getting it from? The police? Because all the shit that was coming here was from, man, I ain't gonna get it. We was getting it. And we was bringing it in. So whoever's doing it now, you're doing it on a small scale. It could never be like that. Never. Niggas I looked up to or niggas I knew that had big money, niggas like Good Wrench, man. Paper Chase Records, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like Herb, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like Big Chat, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The homie Fish, that used to be a blood, but he from LA. Turned Crip, nigga. I remember when Ice Cube came on my block on 13th and Russell. Good Wrench brought him there. Ice Cube was rolling dice with us and shit. Niggas was really getting money back then, man. That's when niggas was either hating the Crips or they wanted to be one. You know what I'm saying? Because we was known as the rich niggas. You know what I'm saying? And like I told you, a lot of us is in jail. A lot of us is gone. But Lava's still here. I'm still rolling good, looking good, smoking good. I ain't never ratted on nobody. There ain't a soul out there. There ain't a fucking nigga you can ride over. No, people will be like, oh, that bitch ass nigga. They'll say some shit because they hating. Like I might have fucked they bitch, or they just hating how I stunt, how my personality is, you know what I'm saying? But can't no nigga ever say, I set them up, I robbed them, I owe them some money. None of that shit. Because when I was in the business and I was out here doing it, we was in here making money. It was about business.
Man, I got tired of, you know what I'm saying, the street shit. I knew that basically the money I was getting on the streets ain't gonna keep lasting unless I stay in the streets. So, you know what I'm saying, I know with a brand, and if I push it the way I push them drugs and shit, it was gonna come. So we had Brick Boy Entertainment at first, you know what I'm saying, but then I got locked up again because I came back home on some bullshit, and that shit didn't go how it's supposed to. So when I came back this time, and I'm like, man, I need something that's gonna solidify me, you know what I'm saying? And it was Cash Maker Clothing. And I'm like, shit, Ox Cash Maker, nigga, I'm gonna make $1 out of something. So like Cash Maker Clothing. So I went with all urban little hustle slangs and shit, baller belly, trap life, you know what I'm saying, baller booty for the females. You know what I'm saying? I brought it to the hood, man, and they embraced it. And when I left, I'm getting on the planes and shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The white businessmen and shit, they looking at it. Listen, Etheridge looking at it, you know what I'm saying? I taking pictures with me and shit, you know what I'm saying? My man from the Black Eyed Peas and shit, I got pictures of that shit, but nigga, they was like, man, you got something going with that. So man, I kept pushing that shit, you know what I'm saying? And now it's got a foot of its own, and you know what I'm saying? We moving with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Got my man, my little brother, everybody rocking that shit, man. Cali, KC, got my KC niggas, my D niggas, you know what I'm saying? Toledo. Shit, nigga, I think our shit was the same, nigga. That's why we fucked with each other till that bullshit happened. But shit, nigga, to be the flies, nigga, to stand out, nigga, and shit. At that time, nigga, just have me and my niggas eating. You know, that's all I cared about. Too much fuck shit, you know what I'm saying? We created a lot of fuck shit up here, man. That's why all these little niggas right now all fucked up and shit, man. Don't know how to understand, nigga, is rules to getting real money out here. I don't give a fuck if it's legit or it ain't legit. You still gotta follow some codes, man, and y'all been breaking that shit, man.
See, the game don't never change. It's the people in the game that change the game. A quarter still 7 grams, a half ounce still 14, an ounce weigh 28 grams. The game don't never change. Go ahead, Lopez, give it to him, man.
When you had the purple cutty with the gold ones.
Yeah, remember when all y'all rolled through? I just told him that.
7 deuce cutty.
The luxury sport. You had the luxury.
I had the luxury sport.
Man, y'all hit the block.
Jerry had the green blazer with the
Cause
gold
confusion.
No,
he had McLean.
See, Scat had the white SS.
Flip had a Grand Prix.
I had the white Regal from Bombay over south with the trips.
But you wasn't fucking with
I know. That's why I just told you that, didn't I, at the barber?
I said he tried to catch up.
Nigga, I tried to catch up, nigga. I was like, look, let me tell y'all, look. I live 1340 Newton, right? Look.
Down on you,
Yeah, y'all did. Yeah, y'all rode on my block. Nigga, I'm outside cleaning the car ready to go. Fresh. Beats. Nigga, I seen who hit the block first. Woo. Then you come through in the luxury. Bow, 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 then black. Boom, boom. Nigga, I said, I hopped in my cut. I made my rig. I said, nah, I couldn't. I was like, nah. This nigga.
I asked the Monte Carlo too. He had the blue one with the blue rag.
Luxury sport.
Man, it was like 10 whips came through. Maroon.
He had a burgundy one, then he bought one from Tano too. He bought the white one from Tano. He had a burgundy one. We all just came through that.
Y'all all had 14.7.
All nigga just killed them and shit.
Oh.
What y'all want to do? He had the Audi. I had the Beamer back then. Shit. Gene had some bomb ass.
Who had the
coldest cutlass back then? I can't really say who had the coldest whips, cause man, a lot of cats was real creative, man.
Everybody had their own style.
Everybody was creative with it, man.
Everybody had their own.
Well, we know who had the coldest whip. Them St. Paul niggas. I mean, your dad work at Long Cadillac. Of course, you gonna come through in the Beamer, in the Cadillac. We were still cutlass and
we were talking. We was talking about
fix up. Mikey had. I mean, who had the nice fix up? Fish, Big Fish.
They wasn't really no real.
Tremaine had the Mickeys on his.
I mean,
they became fixer-uppers when you went from the inside out of them joints.
And I got it with the Mickeys.
I mean, shit, everybody don't have some nice cars. I just can't
say
who had the nicest.
The Cool.
You know what I mean? But it'd have been not a nice whip.
But I will get DP Dex Powell his credit. He used to flip 10, 12 whips a year.
And right now he in the 500.
That's 6.
Oh, word. Record right now he in the 500.
Well, shout out to Dex. What up, Dex?
Dex, fucking me and Dex in the 6'4" and we crashed one of the cars. Fuck it.
Fucking, I sold Dex my luxury sport. He crashed my.
Yeah. And guess what DP did?
What?
2 days later he went back and whipped. Had a whole new car.
Damn, man.
That's my nigga on everything. That was every day.
The only way they gonna make that much money if they went legit and got their money. But this drug
game is over.
The drug game, you
ain't gonna happen, man.
Ain't gonna get it like we gotta get it.
Enough loyalty.
Because see, when we was doing it, it was like when it first started. So it was fresh new.
It was new.
It was fresh new. You talking about the whole city?
No loyalty.
Back then we was doing it, man. Everything around here was green and gold.
Right.
You know, the
like
grass
Bishop
was green,
Don Juan.
everything else was gold. Now
they better get it in the rap game. They ain't gonna get it out here because ain't no loyalty out here. As soon as you start getting money, your best friend gonna rob you. So it ain't even worth it. It ain't even worth listening.
Then you can't trust them.
You can't trust nobody. You know what I mean? So shit, they ain't never make the money.
they don't rob you, they gonna tell on you.
And nowadays, you know, they don't even have that mentality.
If you
they ain't got no hustling.
All days now.
If you smash their girl, they gonna tell on you.
Yeah, do a lot of
but this generation right now, only thing this generation right now, and I see that want to do is sit around and talk about they got loud this, I got loud.
Yeah,
but your attitude is soft. You know what I'm saying? Your intelligence is soft. You know what I'm saying? But all you got is loud. Come on, I need your attitude. I need you to be vibrant. I need you to be active in the community. I need you to be in high school, college, and all of that. Make that loud.
What's your
you know what I'm saying? And do that loudly and stand out and have that smell on your clothes and see what type of success that feels. You know what I'm saying? Because this loud shit ain't shit.
Wait, is there any pimps or drug dealers that got 401k? I want to ask the camera that. Camera, can you see me? Are there any pimps or drug dealers that got 401k? Or maybe pensions? Can you answer that, camera? I'll come back to you in 1 second.
It's a euphoria that is that you can't explain. The same way, why do you think everyone hates on Mayweather so bad? He wins so much. When you're dominating a certain thing, you're gonna have haters.
Right.
The bitches love it. You don't got interview a bitch that hate on the hood. You ain't got one. Unless her baby daddy got packed out in the club or something, homie. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we really got money. Niggas had TVs in their cars in the 90s.
Right.
Come on, you know it's true.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody know it's true, homie.
Right.
Passing down, giving away whips. Niggas allegedly was paid $1,500 a week just to house sit.
Man.
True story. And play Sega Genesis, nigga. Niggas had Sega Genesis in their whips, homie. In the 90s.
Right. Yeah, I saw
20 cars deep, whipping up. All on gold ones to every event. Why they hate on the Lakers when they was their dynasty winning every fucking year? Why they hate on the Patriots when they win? They don't like to see a motherfucker win. That's the fucking that's the mindset of a fuck nigga.
Right.
Of a sucker nigga. A broke nigga don't want to see a nigga getting money. He ain't gonna understand it. You gotta be in you, not on you.
Right.
You ain't gonna understand this shit, homie. Because this ain't for you.
Right.
So you find every little thing to say and little bad thing. A real nigga gonna congratulate and keep it honest and keep it 100. We're not on the DVD down talking another nigga and what he had going on and all that shit.
Right.
We keeping it 100.
Right.
The niggas that was getting busy with us, nigga, we'll shout it out because it was true.
Right.
Because we're not in that lifestyle anymore like that. You feel me?
Right.
But you ain't gonna get on this DVD and make us look like we wasn't motherfucking running this town and clowning you niggas, period. You ain't gonna do it, homie.
Right.
That's the only reason why I did a second interview, homie. You niggas ain't gonna fucking do it.
Right.
You're not gonna make us get on this motherfucking DVD and not speak the truth, nigga. Period.
Right.